Good afternoon, this is your Tuesday the 26th of January topic lesson. Yesterday we spoke about shadufs, what their uses were and how they were made, and today we're actually going to try and make one with our household items. So to recap, a shaduf. Farmers use shadufs to get water from the river to dry land. Their bucket is dipped into the river and the weight on the other side, which is usually like a rock or something very heavy, acts as a seesaw. So we have our fulcrum, which is the middle pivot section, we have our load, which is the bucket of water, and we have our effort. So just like we did in our science, there are the three main points of our shaduf. So we're going to try and have a go at making one. So on the screen now, I've found on Google loads of different images of homemade shadufs. So in the top right hand corner, you can see the basis of it, which is the fulcrum, load and effort. And then on the other side, you can see how people have made them out of lollipop sticks, out of twigs, out of their household items, with yogurt pots. And these are a bit more tricky, and as we go through the slides, there's a bit of an easier one that we can make, but these are just here for some inspiration for you. So we've got this one, which you could pause the screen here. If you're a Lego fan and you've got loads of Lego in the house, you could make one out of Lego, and then it has the methods and what you will need on here. So you can have a go at that one if you fancy it. But then this is an easier option if you have these households around. So if you have 3 sticks, it could be, they don't have to be different colours, they could be plastic straws, they could be cocktail sticks, they could be skewers, anything that's quite sturdy, and you've got 3 of them. You need some Play-Doh or some masking blue tack that you can put at the end. You'll then put them up together to make a triangle. And then you need an extra one, which is acting as your seesaw. So here in the middle with the 3 is your pivot, is your fulcrum. And then this one is going to act as like the seesaw in the middle. Then you need something to be your bucket. So it could be a yogurt pot, it could be a bun case, it could be something made out of Lego, it could be something, it needs to be quite light, because obviously you're only making it from something that isn't properly made, so straws and stuff, so we don't want it to be too heavy that it topples over. So anything you can find which is kind of a bucket shape, which will help you. Then you're going to attach your stick or your 4th item to your bucket shaped item. You need an extra piece of Play-Doh or an extra piece of glue tack that you're going to wrap around your triangle wigwam shape to make it stick together. Just like so. Wrap it around the wigwam structure so it keeps it nice and sturdy. And then now we've got the shaduf. So at the other end, you need to add your effort. So you're going to have to put something on as a weight. So like the ancient Egyptians used heavy stones and rocks. So we need some kind of Play-Doh or blue tack at the end. And then at the other side, you've got something that acts as your bucket. And then you'll be able to seesaw it up and down. So here's your final little idea here. It's the same thing, the same method that I've just gone through, but with different items. So you can use a yogurt pot with some string, we can use some dowel if mum or dad have any of that you might want to chop up. We have some cocktail sticks and some modelling clay or some Play-Doh or some blue tack, anything that you've got lying around. Same method, and have a go. So I'm really excited to see what kind of things you come up with. And yeah, send us a video, send us a picture and see if it works. You could even dip it into the water, dip it into the sink and see if it actually works. You might have to make your string quite long, so then you can dip it into some water and see if it collects it, and then your effort is heavy enough to pull it back out of the river or the water that you've chosen. So have a go, and can't wait to see them.